reasons I'm here and decided to run for president was because, you know, we have 7 children, and we sort of feel an obligation, as I think all of you do, that we have our time here in our lives and in this country, and that it's an obligation for all of us to try to leave our family, our community, and our country in a better place than what we found. I announced for president in a county, in a rural county in Pennsylvania, which is where my father and grandfather came, and they came to this country. My grandfather came in 1927, brought my dad over when he was 7 years old in 1930. And they came from a beautiful little village right near the Austrian border between Italy and Austria. And in fact, my grandfather fought for Austria in the First World War, and then that area became part of Italy. And so he left Italy because of Mussolini. Left because he wanted his children to be free. He had a great job. He lived in the most beautiful little hamlet on a lake at the foot of the glacier-capped Dolomite Mountains. It's sort of a picture postcard place to live. And he left his 8 brothers and sisters, and my grandmother left her 7 brothers and sisters to come to America because he wanted a place where he could leave his children better off in a country that believed in freedom, that believed in him, to be able to provide for himself and his family, not to have government run every aspect of their life, which is what fascism was all about. It was about people in Rome thinking that they knew best for everybody and could control all the apparatus of business and the state and community life. And he was different. I suspect that everybody in this room, whether you came to this country, I know we have recent immigrants to this country, and I know we have folks who have been in this country for a long time and their ancestors, but I suspect that everybody in this room, all with their original ancestors, came here for the same reason, that they saw America as different.
Oh, remember, we were looking at a situation where we had deficits of, you know, within historical norms of deficits for the United States government. You know, we were looking at $100 or $200 billion deficits, not $1.4 trillion deficits. Scale matters. I mean, we were looking at the huge expansion of government, the oppressive weight of debt that this administration has brought on, and previous Congresses. I mean, I can't, you know, set aside President Bush and what he did at the end of his term. You're not talking about, you know, small increases in the debt ceiling that come with small increases in debt, where our debt was actually going down with as a percentage of GDP. Here we are exploding through the ceiling, and it's therefore, to my opinion, it's a very different situation, which requires different action.